Have you ever wondered what the heck you're supposed to talk about in the summary section or the about section on your LinkedIn profile? So then this video is for you. I have 3 tips for you on how to write a better about section that will hopefully generate more leads and sales to your pipeline. You really want to think about this as the profile that's doing the heavy lifting for you. Think about this as like a mini sales page on LinkedIn. Let's back up a little bit. Most people feel like this area of their profile is super cumbersome and they don't know where to start. I have a 6-step framework that I want to share with you in the show notes below. But in this video, I want to talk about the 3 things that you really need to understand when it comes to writing your about section. Honestly, this part of your profile is so important. It's right up there with your profile picture and your headline. If you're looking for tips on how to write a better headline, check out this video on how to do so. As an entrepreneur, we're not leveraging our LinkedIn profile like a traditional resume. We really want to use this, like I said, as a sales page. And the About section gives you so much freedom to talk about your product, your service, your coaching, whatever it is that you do as an entrepreneur and business owner. You can really highlight all of that here. The first tip I have for you is to speak to your ideal client in the About section. We really want to make sure we're writing this in a way that is about them. What is in it for the person on the other side of the screen reading this About section? We really don't want to make this about us and our experience and what qualifies us, though some of that is important. We want to just keep in mind our reader, our audience, our ideal client. How do we speak to them directly? I linked a blog post here in the show notes as well that will give you a specific example of how to write something in your terms about you or about your ideal client. So check out that example for more clarity on this part. My second tip for you is to talk about your product or service. We don't want to leave this out. We don't want to shy away from it. This is where we get to tell people what we do for them. When I say that this is the part of the profile that does the heavy lifting for you, this is what I mean. Talk about your product or service in a way that helps qualify in or out some clients that might be considering working with you. That way you don't have to do all of that heavy lifting or that upfront work in the beginning of calls or when you're qualifying leads. Friendly reminder here, don't be shy to talk about the aspects of your dream client. We really want to make sure we set the intentions and the clarifications for the qualifications of your ideal client up front, so those expectations are set. My third tip for you is to make sure you have a strong call to action. If you don't know how to make a strong call to action, check out my video on 3 tips on how to make a strong call to action, a call to action that sticks. Now, where this call to action would fall is at the very bottom of your About section. Keep in mind, you only have 2,600 characters to work with here, so choose your words wisely, but also make sure that there's some room at the bottom for a few calls to action. I say this all the time, people want to be told what to do, so make sure you're guiding them and directing them in the next natural step after reading your About section. And now you can put a few different ones there. It could be book a discovery call with you, download my free guide, visit my website. That's totally fine. We just want to make sure we're adding them in there so people know what to do next. If you found this video helpful, please like it below, subscribe to the channel, and share this with any other entrepreneur friends you have looking to leverage LinkedIn for their business.